right?
Bingo. Okay, and Audie's.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah.
It's either that or lose 6 or 10 grand.
We're live?
Isn't it 6 days?
Okay.
You're testing and you'll have to quarantine for 6 days?
There's 3 people in our gallery, just so
That's what my wife said.
you know, and that's Kara Hartley and her son and her daughter. So welcome to the council meeting, everyone. We'll call this meeting to order. We have a agenda in front of us, so we need a motion to adopt the agenda. Councillor Fromm makes that. All in favor? There are no delegations. We have approval of minutes from our organizational meeting minutes. Someone want to make that motion?
I'll move the organizational minutes.
Councillor Harker moves those. All in favor? We have our council meeting minutes from October 20th. Need a motion on them?
I'll move.
Councillor Hagee? All in favor? And we also have our council committee minutes from October 27th.
I'll move those.
Councillor Harker makes a motion.
There were, committee meeting, never mind. Right.
So all in favor? Okay, good. Financial report, accounts payable 1.
You know what, I do have to go back to that. I thought there was gonna be one more set of minutes, but there were 2 motions that didn't have movers.
Okay, on the council minutes?
Council minutes, yeah.
Okay. Let's get
Sorry
a-
about that, Mayor.
I'll fix those.
So we'll just change the motion that Councillor Hagee moves to accept the council minutes for October 20th as amended instead of as presented.
Yes.
If you don't mind, thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have been on top of that. I was doing something else.
Well, one of us should have saw it too.
I didn't even notice it,
I didn't either.
so you're way ahead of me.
Yeah, there they are right there. There's one. Okay,
Okay, good job. So the financial report, accounts payable 1. Any questions on this from anybody?
Yeah, I think I had a question.
I just out of curiosity, a question on 20202183. All the hydro backing, was that for those broken valves that they had to replace? Do you know?
I would guess it is, because that's what he
Yeah.
said he had to do.
I
Is
believe so.
That'd be for that? Okay.
Yep. More than likely.
Yeah, okay.
I have a question on 2022-188, and that's Passy Electric. So are those add receptacles at cart shed, is that in anticipation of our electric carts? Is the cart before the horse? I mean, did that already happen?
Well, we're gonna need it regardless.
Okay.
But yes, that's part,
That's-
it will serve as part of that, yes.
Okay. So, and all this, so that's, all the pool stuff, and Jerry's Pop Shop, is that just sort of winterizing their, or making their business warmer or something in that room that they're in? Is that what it was, or what was that?
Yeah, I believe it's the wire for there was something with the wire that was installed. I can't remember exactly
Okay,
the specifics,
okay.
but it has to do with making sure that there's heat in that building, yes.
Okay. And I had another question.
any other questions? Councillor Computers? We
Can't hear
can't,
him.
Can't
You're
hear you.
muted.
we can't hear you.
oh,
Nope, still not, can't hear you.
can't hear Stuart either.
And we can't hear you either, Councillor Foss.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe disconnect and come back.
Gee, wouldn't it be nice to have a mute button on some
All of
people?
us?
So, yeah.
Okay, try it again, Councillor Computers. Councillor Foss?
Huh.
No.
Oh dear, that's too bad.
So, is that something on our end?
I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
Well, it must be.
They can
because
hear
it's-
us, we just can't hear them, so it has to be from their microphone set.
Oh,
Um,
isn't that odd that they're both exactly the same though?
yeah, if it is something here, we wouldn't know what to do.
Counselor Foss is shaking his head. Nope.
You'll have to hold up placards.
Looks like they're talking to each other, but not to us.
Can you guys talk to each other? Oh, wow.
Huh.
Oh, that's weird.
No idea.
Maybe it's just a volume.
We will wait and see if they can figure something out.
Yeah.
Oh, there they
there you
are.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. That's weird.
Oh, we can hear Stuart laugh, Counselor Foss laugh.
That's good.
Okay,
Okay. I had a question, Curtis. 2020, 2205, that Fortis repair to the light pole. That was the light pole by the post office. 205.
Yep,
Was that, I know kind of what happened, but was that just a different route that, our garbage, collector took? Or, was something in the way why that got hit? Is there something that we could avoid for next time?
I don't know if there really could have been much that could have been avoided, it was just a moment of oops.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither. I
Me
didn't
neither.
know anything happened.
Hit by the garbage truck?
Yes,
Icy roads?
no.
The back end of the truck, the front end of the truck, the,
I'm not sure, to be honest.
you just got
The
hit.
truck.
I'm not sure which part of the truck.
Is that the pole that was doing this in the wind?
Yes.
Oh, good. Maybe it's fixed. Maybe it'll be fixed.
If we're talking, are you talking the pedestrian standard, or are you talking?
I'm talking the pole that had the,
No.
no, that was a different one. Okay. I was thinking it was a good thing because maybe that pole wouldn't fall over.
Okay, I just hope that we don't repeat this.
It's been
Yeah.
reviewed and corrected.
A couple expensive trips for this guy, so I'm just trying to make sure that we are looking after things, I guess.
I didn't even know it happened.
I didn't either.
Okay, I have another question.
Which,
I'm wondering about the 2020, 2214, the trees at the RV dump. Is that the only place they put $24,000 worth of trees?
No, there
Oh,
were 90
okay.
trees that were placed at the RV dump, VSP, and on the golf course.
Oh, thank you. I was a little, because I was looking at them and I thinking, man, that's pretty expensive trees, but okay. Trees
For
for
an RV
other
dump.
places too, good, thank you.
anyone, Counselor Foss?
I had a couple of questions here. I think the first one's straightforward. 2170, which is $1,200 to the Brimstone. Is that all related to the golf tournament?
I believe so, yes. Red and white tournament, yeah.
And then 2191.
Yes, it's either that or it could have, yes, I'm 95% sure that's what it was to, Council Plus.
Okay.
2190.
And then, yeah, 2191 is RMA. It says a water sewer payment. Is that?
Yeah, so we purchased through the RMA's bulk purchasing program, and so that's water pipes, sewer pipes, bulk meters. It's gonna be a plethora of inventory, basically. I can't tell you exactly what comprised it, but it would be water pipes, sewer pipes, valves, saddles, meters.
Where is that
And
for?
then,
Just all over town?
400 south, or
Oh.
300 south, sorry, for the infrastructure there. Meters that just need to be replaced that are in people's homes. It's just inventory and projects.
makes sense. 2209 was the last one I had a question about, which is Receiver General, it's building permits. Is that who that money goes to? Or is that mislabeled?
I believe it's mislabeled, but I could be wrong. So I will look into that one and we can make a correction if needs be. Typically, the only thing we're sending to Receiver General, to my knowledge, is just remittances off of payroll and things of that nature, but I'll have to look into that, Councillor Foss.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, anyone else have any questions? Okay, then we need a motion to accept the financial report. Councillor Fromm makes that motion. Any other discussion? And all in favor? Okay. Items for discussion, 6.1, the Municipal Affairs Minister Allard, his budget 2021. This is that letter that I received and I forwarded over to our CAO. We talked about it on Saturday.
Yep.
I'm sure the public needs to see this. Just looks like we're gonna be cut back on what we get from the government. So they're letting us know so we can start planning on it, which we kind of thought anyway. Any other discussion on this? You know,
I just included it for your information.
yeah, just for information, no
For the
motion.
public record.
Okay. Okay, let's move to 6.2, the Remembrance Day ceremony.
So Remembrance Day is coming up. This is just to let everyone know again and to get a bit more publicity for it. The ceremony will not be a ceremony at the Cultural Hall this year due to the COVID restrictions. 10:45 a.m. will be the start time for the service at the Cenotaph. We'll be able to space things out accordingly. And obviously encourage everyone to come down that would like to. Please remember to social distance and take the necessary precautions.
I tried to phone Abe today, Curtis. There is that flyover. So I suggest, well, I actually talked to Greg because I couldn't get hold of Abe. I suggested that we at least, I emailed the party back that is arranged for the flyover with the Harvard, and I just wanted to get more details from him. It was Jim Bennett, so that we can at least tell the public why it's happening, what it's about, and it's kind of historic. And I wanted to know, I want him to email me, which I'll send it to you, so that we can make sure that we thank the people that have made all the arrangements to do this. Cause it's kinda cool that they're gonna,
And
they're
it should,
doing it over Lethbridge, but Jim Bennett was at the meeting and he just said, oh, would you fly down Main Street in Raymond? And they said, absolutely,
so is it gonna be about 11:10, they think they'll be out here?
11:10, 11:15, something like that. And so, actually it was kind of cute because Jim Bennett said, you know, Howard Hicken's a veteran, he's 101, and we'll definitely fly over if you've got a veteran that's gonna be there that's 101, you know. So I thought that was kind of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So, as soon as I get that information, I'll send it to you. And then, I mean, the poster's already done, but you could put it on social media or whatever.
For sure.
To just explain, you know, we're lucky to have this happen and et cetera.
For sure.
So I'll get that to you as soon as he gets it to me.
Great, thanks for looking into that. Okay, 6.3, the Municipal Operating Support Transfer. So Curtis, you wanna talk about this?
Yeah, so as we've discussed over the last few weeks, the province, or a few months, I guess, the province has provided operating stimulus support transfers to municipalities to assist with some of the extra expenses that municipalities are incurring in light of COVID. There will be other proposals brought to council, but one of the ones that we've talked about in the past and also a council planning session is just the need to review our human resources, operational health and safety policies and procedures in light of the pandemic. and just giving it a general overview as well with the change of legislation. And so all I'm looking for from council, if you're willing, is just a motion to direct authorizing administration to enter into those discussions and the agreement with the consultant to assist us with this review, as we've discussed previously.
Okay, so everybody understand, we just need a motion for him to go further like he's just said on this. So someone wanna make that motion? Counselor Fromm, any discussion on this? We should all understand this. Okay, then all in favor? Okay. We are already down to committee reports.
Wow.
This might be our shortest meeting in 3 years.
Good report, Councillor Peters.
Don't jinx that.
Yeah, don't jinx it, right?
So Councillor Peters, and this is very interesting. Councillor Harker kind of filled me in a little bit too.
Yeah,
It's really interesting that they don't want to fly over Raymond and land a helicopter in Raymond, but yet they can do it over the city of Lethbridge and land.
So the reason they can do it at the city is because the city has a designated heliport, and it has approved flight plans that have been, that are annually assessed to make sure that no new development has taken place that will cause an interference with that site plan, and they're doing the annual operating reports. And so we could do that if we wanted to, but the cost to build a heliport would be well over $500,000.
No.
Plus annual costs in the tens of thousands that we'd have to do for, at most, on average, 2 landings a year in Raymond. And so we will leverage the city. The general sentiment from the committee was just that we'd leverage the city at either Chinook Regional's heliport or the airport. And if an instance arises, 95% of the time, ground transport from Raymond to the airport or Chinook Regional, while Stars is coming down from Calgary, would be just as efficient or effective as them coming to Raymond. And we would not have to incur those costs. And so for the odd time that it has to come here, we could set up in an alternative location on a temporary basis, but if we're gonna try and designate an area, then we have to follow those Transport Nav Canada guidelines, because we've now been identified as a community with a built-up environment.
So are there any more meetings, or is that it?
I've had some phone conversations with STARS. I think mostly we'll just be working through this administratively with STARS and AHS and the hospital and the medical clinic, but I don't foresee another meeting unless for some reason council desires to do so.
I think the most important part of the conversation would be that it's imperative that we know that we always have an ambulance available, because really it's gonna be just as fast as them even doing a landing here, and of course unless we've got our own heliport, which is out of the question. But really, by the time we try to get them to a spot in Raymond to pick up, why not just go to the
Heliport in Lethbridge.
heliport in Lethbridge? But the problem being, if our ambulance is gone, then we're just sitting there, you know, just like the lady that you talked about. There wasn't an ambulance available. That could have made all the difference for her.
Well, maybe if that happens, they can still come land here, because it's a temporary site, right? Let's
I don't know.
hope, let's hope there's some
I don't know.
common sense in all this too, eh?
I hope.
Not just regulations.
I hope. But the easy fix would to
Just
be
get
to
an
make sure
ambulance.
that we have an extra ambulance just sitting there.
Yeah. We've been fighting for that for 3
I know,
years, to
I know.
have a second
But
ambulance. And
that probably should have been part of that. That's an easier fix than a
Those are
heliport.
Those are
That's for
separate
sure.
conversations though.
Yeah, I know.
That we'd have to have with AHS and a different department, so.
Right,
And we have been having those, as Mayor Depew has mentioned, so.
yeah,
we'll continue to have them too. We'll bring them up.
that's
and
good, because it's important,
We'll be the squeaky wheel.
hopefully.
Any other comment from you, Councillor Peters, on this?
No, that was it. Curtis took some good notes, and the biggest thing we realized that they weren't too concerned about it. And I'm talking about the other members on that group. They were kind of more, I think, taken back of why was it concerned to us, and and we just wanna make sure we were clear. But, what Councilor, Harker just said is true. We talked about, how when the helicopters come to pick up their last patient, and Curtis mentioned it, but flying around, waiting to get all the, I guess, all the permissions and stuff to land, when, we could've had an ambulance that was sitting on Lethbridge probably with the patient. So I think this is a good situation. I don't foresee any issues with it, just based on what we've seen in the past.
Okay, good. Okay, anyone else have anything?
I just about typed something. I was this close.
I
But
put
I'll
on
tell
my
ya.
calendar to do it.
Well, I was gonna do it today, but
Didn't do it.
I was a little distracted. The Healthy Communities Initiative has been busy gathering data. So, now we've got all our data collected, so we're having a meeting tomorrow, and then we're moving forward with creating a plan for, actually doing some work, which is good, because it's been a while to get to this point.
Okay, good. Anything else?
And we do have a Sugar City Development Corporation meeting planned for tomorrow night, so.
Good, that's you and Councillor Peters.
Great.
Okay, I just wanted to bring up what happened yesterday. We had a real unfortunate situation that happened in our town that turned out to be very fortunate for the young man, that everything was okay. I had a lengthy conversation with our fire chief, and he was a little bit, I don't know how to say this, but he's a little bit upset. Our fire department wasn't brought in to help until about 4 o'clock. And he was upset because they're trained and they know what they're doing, and he was a little bit upset at the RCMP that they don't know the resources that we have here, and that they should be relying on us and using our resources that the town has. And for some reason they don't have them. They don't understand, or this sergeant doesn't understand. So I know our fire chief is gonna go down and talk to them today, and the next time they come here, we need to bring it up to Sergeant Wright, that he needs to go down and check out our resources and see that we have people here that can help right now, help with something like that. They weren't brought in till 4, and that's when the Lethbridge Search and Rescue got here, is about, set up about 4 o'clock, and they would've been going all day long
Yeah.
on it. Very unfortunate they didn't get used, but I'm glad everything turned out all right for the little
Yeah,
boy
for sure.
and for the family. But I think we need to let people be aware that we do have those resources here, and they're good resources. These guys are trained. One thing that came from that is from what I understand, is at least people got to practice trying to make. I mean, they do practice. They do have scenarios like we do for our emergencies, but they got to work on it, and the little boy was okay, so it turned out to be positive anyway.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
good.
scary
Pretty scary, for sure.
when somebody goes missing. Wow.
Okay. So I need a motion to accept committee reports.
I'll move. to accept
Councillor
the
Harker
report.
makes that motion. All in favor? Okay, that's good. Correspondence. Anyone want to talk about any of these? You see the Community Facility Enhancement Program grant is in here for the public to see. That's a matching grant. When did you say that Sergeant Wright would be here? Was it in 2 weeks?
Next council meeting.
Okay, he'll be here to talk to us. Any comments on any of these letters of correspondence? If not, then we need a motion to accept correspondence.
I'll move.
Councillor Hagan makes that motion. All in favor? Okay, like I said, this is our shortest meeting yet.
Wow.
We need a motion for adjournment.
Oh, Joan, I think she did.
I'll move.
Councillor Harker makes that motion. All in favor? Okay.
It's like a miracle.
24 minutes.
That's a
That's a record.
fantastic